Let's look at the features of in-house list. This list can be found either on the left dropping menu or by clicking on in-house icon on the upper toolbox menu. Let's expand the screen for better view. Here I can add new reservations to the in-house list or change the existing one. By double-clicking on a reservation record, I can easily make changes. With Print button, I can do the printing, or by clicking here, I can print the current form. Pro forma invoice or guest folio can also be printed out, like here. I can also refresh the list or send it to Excel. Grouping menu is also available on this screen. As with the reservation lists, grouping can also be done here. For the selected reservation, I can see the log records as well. From Action menu, we can perform all operations related to the in-house list. Checkout and Folio transactions are two actions extracted on the main screen. When opened, in-house list by default shows all records. Here we can do the quick filtering to other tabs: Realized Arrivals, Expected Departures, VIP In-house, Realized Departures, Expected Arrivals. We can also see the balance for the in-house guests. Here we can classify the balances as general, extra balance, or agency balance. Finally, there is a virtual folio. From this table, we can see the virtual folio for the non-reservation records. For the selected reservation in in-house list, we can do the posting without opening the folio. I choose Department, Revenue Group, and I can quickly enter the desired amount in the currency I want. By clicking on Save and New, I can save more than one transaction. On the desired in-house record, I can get the payment without opening the folio. From here, I can choose from which balance I will process the payment. If desired, I can process the agency, extra, or all balance. Here I will process extra balance. I collect the money from credit card and I'm saving the transaction. For this selected reservation, I can see all the folio transactions without opening the record. If I click on one of these buttons, the same operations will be done. All folio transactions related to this reservation will come. Posting, payment, or cash payment options used during folio transactions are also available here. I can also go through different tabs. In conclusion, from this screen, I can perform all the transactions I previously did with Folio screen. In this part here, I can access details about reservation. I can use this field in case I need to make additional checks. For the selected reservation, I want to create a share reservation. From Action menu, I choose Create Share. For the currently selected reservation, immediately, one share reservation will come out. I can define share reservation according to desired number of people. Here we can see that the original and share reservation was created. Check-in date or share reservation is automatically changed according to the program date. When I wish to create share reservation for the 17th, check-in date for the selected share reservation will be the same as for the program date. At the expected departure list, I can choose multiple reservations and perform the city ledger payment. After conducting end of day, room prices will be automatically processed on Folio. In case we want to process the one-night room price without end of day, price for the related night will be processed by selecting one night room charge from Action menu. To check this, I come to Folio part of reservation and I see here that $250 room price for 25th was processed. If desired, we can also process Folio for the whole stay of a reservation. After selecting reservation, I can choose Charge All Accommodation. Whole accommodation stay was processed to Folio. If one room accommodation or extra expenses will be covered by a specific person, we can transfer these to this person's room. If this record will pay the accommodation for other 3 reservations, in this case I choose Other Reservation and I choose Folio Routing. Here I can write the room number to which I will do the routing. If requested, I can transfer the extra expenses as well. I press the Save button. When I go to these records, I can see from Other Details screen that this folio was transferred to room number 406. From the list here, I can also see that this reservation is transferred to room number 406. I can also create virtual folio for the in-house list. Virtual folio check-in and check-out dates are automatically created according to program date. Only writing the guest name here will be enough. This virtual folio can be connected to the sales project, or even without connecting it, I can create it. After saving, folio was automatically created. I can also see folios from virtual folio part. The same as with reservation list, from action menu, transfer reservation can be created for the selected record. For details on this issue, you can look at reservation list. From in-house list, we can select multiple reservation and do the bulk edit. For these records, we can change check-in time in bulk. Let's say we change it for 6 p.m. As you can see, changes were made for multiple reservations. Now I am at the expected departure screen. From this screen, I can choose one or multiple reservation records. I can click on this button here, or I choose Checkout button from Action menu. Checkout is successfully performed. If requested, it can be defined that invoice should be issued before departure. From expected departures list, folio transactions, invoicing, and checkout can be done. After selecting the record, I click on Create Invoice. After issuing the invoice, if necessary, I can quickly see the extra balance, accommodation balance, first or second person balance, and I can collect payment upon these. I wish to collect all at once. I choose credit card as payment method. Since all the balances are at zero, now the invoice can be created. I click on Create Invoice. All agency-related information for creating invoice popped up on the screen. After this step, Checkout button is activated. By clicking on Checkout button, all reservation-related issues are completed. After completing the checkout, this record will go into realized departures for today. In order to see the invoice for this reservation record, I should select Create Invoice option on the Action menu. As always, by double-clicking on the desired record, I can see the details of the invoice. If there is a guest who is in the expected departure list who emptied the room but he will still stay in the property, we can do the checkout for this guest without closing the folio. After selecting the desired reservation, we should choose Checkout without closing folio. This guest is displayed as folio. Guest folio keeps staying in this screen. Let's suppose that we mistakenly did the check-in for one of these rooms. After selecting this room, we can go to Send to Reservation List part, and this room will again be in Expected Arrivals list.